semifinal point of the funny car competition. Don Purdom will go against Ron O'Donnell in the first semifinal, and Purdom has generated tremendous interest. He is undefeated this year, winning 7 straight. His last defeat came a year ago, right here at Indianapolis. Purdom from Granada Hills, California, drives a 76 Monza. He's going against a Chicago one. Ron O'Donnell in a 75 Vega. And Purdom, the Snake, the biggest name in funny car racing, is looking to win this one today. On the line, waiting for the signal to move. A very careful staging process here. Drivers with their foot on the clutch and the throttle, watching the lights, wanting to get the edge on the rival. Stage. And away. Down the strip they go. Purdom and O'Donnell. And Purdom runs away with it as O'Donnell has trouble. And it's a piece of cake, as they say in drag racing, for the Snake from Granada Hills, California, as he takes another step up the ladder towards another national championship. The pairings in the second semifinal pit Gary Bergen, runner-up to Purdom for the World Championship last year, and Ray Beadle, who beat Purdom here 1 year ago. They're both driving 76 Mustang 2s, and Beadle's hood is up, and that means trouble when you lift the hood at the line. Beadle's from Dallas, Texas, wondering whether his mechanics will get the problem rectified as Bergen from Stanton, California, brings his car to the line. Now, Beadle's hood is going down. He should be okay for this crucial semifinal. The winner to go against the Snake, Don Purdom, for top honors here in the Nationals, the really biggest event in American drag racing. Great color schemes on these cars, fiberglass body, more than 1,000 horsepower from their turbocharged V8 engines as they wait now to go down the line. There it is. And Bergen runs away from Beadle, who has trouble, obviously, in his car. He's poking along at no miles an hour. It's a tough break for the defending champion here at Indianapolis. But Gary Bergen, Purdom's arch rival, gets his shot at Don Purdom in the finals as Beadle coasts down the line with a dead car. Recognizing he had trouble, he cut the engine. After all, the cost of an engine in one of these cars is tremendous. The disappointment for Ray Beadle and his crew is really tremendous. The big boys, the top fuelers, the semifinal. John Wiebe against Gary Beck in the first one. Beck, a former world champion, beat Shirley Muldowney a little bit ago. He's from Edmonton, Alberta, and Wiebe is from Newton, Kansas. The winner of this one goes against the winner of the second semifinal for the big money, more than $20,000 to the winner. And Beck has trouble as men are rushing to the car, and again, the top competitor has problems right at the line. Wiebe, he's ready to go, but Beck, whatever's wrong, may keep him from going down. And it looks like he's not going to go down, which means that Wiebe will take a solo run. His options now are to go fast and try for lane choice in the final, or take it easy and save his engine. It's the winner of the fastest semifinal that has the lane choice. Let's see what he did. 6.27, 219 miles an hour. Rather slow for top fueler, but you can bet your life his engine is in tip-top condition for the final. Gary Beck is still sitting in his disabled dragster. He watches the lineup for the second of the two semifinals, pitting Richie Tharp of Dallas, Texas against Jerry Ruth of Seattle, Washington. The winner to go against John Wiebe for the big bucks. Here on the right in the far lane is Richie Tharp, a 32-year-old driver from Dallas, Texas. His car from Houma, Louisiana, the Candies and Hughes machine. Jerry Root from Pacific Northwest, another top competitor in the near lane, as they come to the line with their long wheelbase supercharged slingshot dragsters. Standing between the front wheels, facing down the track, starter Buster Couch, ready to turn the lights on. We'll send them on their way to see who will go into the final. And Tharp smokes his rear tires, but stays ahead of Ruth to win it and go into the finals against John Wiebe. His 599, 245-mile-an-hour run will give him lane choice against Wiebe in the big money final for the top honors here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And now we're going to take a very quick look at the finals and the other categories of the drag racing competition that's contested here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. 1,000 cars and more in the pit area, and there's been some exciting action throughout the meet here. The fuel bikes are an interesting category. T.C. Christensen of Kenosha, Wisconsin, aboard a Norton, took on Joe Smith of California astride a Harley, but Smith fouled, and Christensen was the winner. In the modified category, Don Coons Jr. of Cayuga, Indiana, was against Jerry Ault of Dayton, Ohio. Ault had his problems, blew his engine, and crossed the line into the other lane, giving the victory to Coons. In blowing his engine, he spilled oil on both lanes, and that affects lane choice. In Superstock, Dave Burton took on Don Bowl. It was a real close-up all the way. So close, in fact, the electric eye had to tell us who the winner was. It was Bertman in the far lane in his '71 Dodge Challenger. In the Pro Comp category, Dale Armstrong of Torrance, California, went against Dave Settles over from Euless, Texas. Armstrong fouled, giving the win to Settles. 7.14, 170 miles an hour in this category. And that brings up the Pro Stock Finals. Wally Booth against Frank Iaconio for some $14,000. Booth in the near lane, Iaconio in the far lane. And red light, far lane. Iaconio is too anxious, and Booth goes down the line to win his first national title in 14 years of drag racing competition. It'll be a happy time in Berkeley, Michigan for this man and his crew. A tough break for the youngster from New Jersey, a little bit inexperienced, and he got off the line too fast and red-lighted. And now let's turn our attention to Top Fuel and Richie Tharp.
Well, Richie, you ready for the final?
I'm ready. You know, he's going to have hell beat me. I'm ready.
What kind of a day's it been for you?
Oh, it's been, you know, we've been changing a lot of pistons like everybody else. The first round, I think we got 3 pistons. In the second round, we got 2. Third round, we got 8. And this round here, we lucked out we didn't get any. And I don't know why. It happens like that. It just does.
You're going in the final with 8 used pistons?
Yeah, we're going in there with 8 good ones, though. They're used, but they're good. If they wasn't good, we'd be changing them, you know.
You're confident?
Yeah, I'm real confident, you know. I think we're going to win, you know. We're going to try. You know.
What about the pistons? What happens to them that makes you change them?
Well, the heat will knock the oil ring down, or the top ring down, and it just lets the oil by and cuts the motor in about half the horsepower. It's you know, it's an expensive man's game, and I'm just lucky that I got some, you know, good mechanics and a good car owner, and we're in there and we're going to win.
One reason for wanting to win is you need the money, I guess.
Yeah, the money's the whole thing anymore. You know, if you do it as long as the ones that's around here has been doing it, you know. I mean, it's fun, but the money has a lot to do with it. Yeah.
Whether you're a big-name drag racer or a beginner, the family plays an important part in the sport. Here, lovely Lynn Purdom, wife of world funny car champion Don Purdom, lends a hand around the team's truck. She's waiting for her husband, Don, seated here in his funny car, to get fired up. He's got his fire suit on, he's putting on his gloves, and his mechanics are getting the expensive engine ready to start. Fuel is squirted into the supercharger air intake as the starter motor is put on the supercharger. There, it roars into life. At the touch of the toe, this power plant can deliver for Don Purdom more than 1,000 horsepower. The body comes down now as he heads to the starting line for the big one, the finals against Gary Bergen. Cars are on the line now, and Purdom has changed his mind and taken the right lane. Why? Perhaps we'll be able to find out later. Bergen on the near side for the big money. Remember now, Purdom has been undefeated in NHRA national competition all year long. The last defeat in this type of competition came here 1 year ago. Bergen on the inside, inches ahead, and wins by a wide margin to unseat and end Purdom's victory streak. And for Lynn Purdom, it is the agony of defeat. If anyone had a right to have high expectations, it was Lynn Purdom. For coming into this meet, Don Purdom qualified at 5.978 seconds. The first time in the history of drag racing, a funny car has qualified at under 6 seconds. It was a new national record. He has been on top of the meet since the very beginning, and now in the final, he is beaten by Gary Bergen. What does a wife say to a husband at a moment like this?
All year long. Last year, and here it was, Gary Bergen.
Oh, Gary, you pulled it off. How did you do it?
Luck. Luck and a lot of experience.
Did you know you had him beaten?
I didn't see him coming through the lights, so, you know, I presumed he had some trouble.
And here comes the happy crew. That Gary Bergen's crew is just arriving. And there it is, the thrill of victory.
Right. Oh, right. All right.
I knew he screwed up when he took that other lane. Oh, I knew it.
And now for the main event, the last race of the day, the last race of the meet. John Wiebe of Newton, Kansas against Richie Tharp of Dallas, Texas. Tharp in the far lane, Wiebe in the near lane as they bring their long wheelbase dragsters to the line. More than $20,000 at stake in this one, and this is what the fans are waiting to see, who the Top Fuel champion will be. And Weeby's red lights in the near lane, giving it to Tharp in the far lane. And Weeby apparently doesn't know it. He races Tharp right to the wire, but it's Richie Tharp from Dallas, Texas, the new Top Fuel champion. And the time's identical to the nearest hundredth of a second, 6.11. Tharp speed, 240 even. Weeby speed, 243.2. But it's Tharp's money. Let's take a slow motion look now at a $20,000 mistake. Weeby's car's in position. The arrow points to the bottom light on the Christmas tree, the red light, the light no driver wants to see. The yellow warning light is on, and Weeby's car moves, turning on the red light. A 50th of a second later, the green light goes on and giving Tharp a legal start and the race. And that's how it all happened.
Take him any way you can get him, huh, Richie?
Oh, you bet. You know, it was a hard fight. You know, my crew, man, you just can't believe how great they are.
Did you know that Weeby red lighted?
No, I didn't. You know, it was close anyway. I caught back up with him in the mid-range, and then when I shifted, it just, something fell down on it. I don't know what happened. I didn't know that he red lighted up.